Welcome back, friends. Welcome to this Super 20 series. My name is Satyajeet Sahu, and we are going to solve 20 very, we can say, chosen questions from transportation from different topics. And the questions are very nicely designed so that it can test your preparation before the GATE exam of 2026. Yesterday, those who have attended the revision session, they will also get benefited by this session. Hope all of you have attended that revision session, and even if you have not attended the revision session, it's always fine because you might have studied before. This session is for students who have at least covered some of the important topics of transportation, because the questions, first of all, I will be giving you time to solve the questions. Okay, total 20 questions will be solving, and in those 20 questions, first of all, I will give you time to solve the questions, and then you can write down the correct answer in the comment section. And after a few of you have solved the question correctly, then I will be solving that question for you. Okay, so let us start this session. After this session, students who have attended yesterday's sessions in the GATE Wallah 𝐂𝐚𝐿 channel, at 7 p.m. in GATE Wallah 𝐂𝐚𝐿 channel, we have more question practice from 7 p.m. So today we will having 20 questions, and then at 7 p.m. we will have more questions practice also. So let us start solving. So first question is this one. This is the first question from traffic engineering. So please solve this question and mention the answer in the comment section. Okay, please solve this question and mention the answer in the comment section. I'll be giving you 2.5 minutes. Great, many of you have solved it. So we will start solving it now. Although time is still left, we still will start solving this question. See, most of you have solved it. So great, congratulations. So first of all, it is writing time headway for traffic density of 60 vehicle per kilometer. So traffic density is your 60, right? Now we know that your flow is what? Flow is 3600 by your time headway. Obviously, a number of lanes is not given, so we'll assume that as 1. So if we can find out this flow, we can find out the time headway. Now, so first of all, what we will do, we will find out the flow. How we'll find out the flow? We can find out the speed now. How we'll put this value of your density. So when we are going to put this value of density, how much I am getting? I'm getting this as 0.8 into 60 and then 80 minus this. I'm getting a value of 32. So what will be the flow? Flow will be equal to K into V. Flow is K into V. So it is 60 into 32 giving me 1920. So from here I can find out time headway. Time headway will be 3600 divided by 1920. This is giving me 1.875 second. So these two formulas, if we know that Q is equal to K into V and Q is also equal to 3600 by time headway, we can easily solve this question. Okay, very good. Let us go to the next question. Okay, next question is NAT question. It is from geometric design. I have combined two concepts. So please solve this question. So first of all, let us see this question. Right answer was C. Many of you have answered correctly. Very good. Next question. It is a integer type question. So, and this question will take some time. So I'll give you 2 minutes. Very good. Many of you are solving. Very good. See, you just to need to know many of the formulas correctly. Okay, if you know the formulas correctly and you apply them, most of the questions you can easily solve. Okay. So here, first of all, your rate of introduction of centrifugal acceleration is given. Given how much? 0.533. Now this is what? This is formula we know. This is 80 by 75 plus V. So from here I can find out the design speed, right? The design speed will be, if we solve this, the design speed will be getting as 75.094 approximately I am getting. But this is in, this is I am getting the design speed. Okay. This I am getting the design speed. Now we know that what is asked? Psychological widening. So we need to know the other formula. Okay, so this is one formula we used. Other formula is what? Psychological widening formula is what? It is V by 9.5 root R, right? So this is equal to V is just we found out 75.094 divided by 9.5 root R. R is given how much? 250. See, so combination of two concepts. I have combined here two concepts, na? Two concepts. So therefore, sometimes what happens in the exam, they will combine two concepts. It's coming 0.4999. We can round it to 0.50. Two decimal places, so we can round to 0.50. Obviously, they will give a range 0.4948 to 0.52. So that is not an issue. Okay. Very good. So many of you have solved correctly. Very good. Okay. Next question. So this is two questions over. Third question. So this is an MSQ question. So we solved MCQ, NAT. So this is MSQ, multi-select questions, and this is from corrections of runway length. Okay, this also I'll give you 2 minutes and your time starts now. I'll just hide it. It's not visible. All these things we have revised yesterday, all these important formulas. Those who attended the session, they might be remembering that I revised all these formulas yesterday. Very good, very good. Again, you see, you just need to know the basic formulas. The standard temperature is not 15 degree because it is not at mean sea level. Standard temperature won't be 15 degree. Standard temperature will be how much? It will be 15 minus 6.5 into elevation of the place in kilometer. This is 100 meter means 0.1 kilometer. So this comes out to be 14.35 degrees centigrade. Airport reference temperature will be how much? We know this is T average plus Tm minus T average divided by 3. So this is 24 degrees centigrade. So this is also wrong. This is also wrong. This is correct. Okay. Now see, in multi-select question, only one option can also be correct. See, multi-select doesn't mean only more than one option correct. Multi-select means one or more correct. So just because you got one answer correct, don't think that at least two should be correct. So this also should be correct. So you have to check this. Might be correct, but you have to check it. So what is temperature correction? It is TA minus TS percentage. So this is 24 minus this. So we are getting 9.65 degrees centigrade. So correction will be 9.65 percentage. So C and D. Okay. Next question. So let me just put here C and D are right answer. Very good. All the students are very nicely answering. Very good. Next question will go to the fourth question of the day. Okay. This concept I have revised yesterday. Those who have attended the session or attended the classes, they might have remembered this concept I have explained yesterday. So please solve this question. I'll give you 90 seconds for this. This concept I have revised, which formula to use in this case. So I have explained yesterday. Oh, quite fast. This question means not exact values with different values. This question is already asked in the exam once in GATE. Very good. Many have answered correctly. Yes. Yesterday I told that when they write this, beyond which no super elevation is provided, I told that in that case, camber is the super elevation and we are going to use this equation, V square by 225 R equation. I've explained this that we are going to use this equation. Okay, not V square by 127. So from here I can find out the camber easily. Camber is how much? V is given 80. So 80 square divided by 225, radius is given 1138. So if you calculate this, you are getting a value of 0.025, or in percentage it will be 2.5%. Right answer is A. Okay. Almost all have answered correctly. This question is already asked in GATE, so they might repeat it. Next question. Next question is very good question. You might need some time to solve. So please see the question from Webster signal design. Okay. So many information are given, but the formulas will be the same which I have explained before. Using the same formula, okay, please solve this question. Green time for the second phase is given, optimum cycle length is given, critical flow ratio for the second phase is given. It is asked to find out the loss time per phase. So take your time and solve this. Write down the equations, use the equations, okay? You know the equations for optimum cycle length, you know the equation for effective green time, okay? So let's just write down here what is given. See, green time per second phase means G2 is given. Na, G2 is given. Then cycle length is given. Critical flow ratio for second phase means what? Y2 is given. Okay. Now rest you use your formulas and concepts and solve this. See, this formula is what? This is actually E minus L Y2 by Y, right? And this is 1.5 times of L plus 5 by 1 minus Y. It is asked to find out loss time per page. Per page. Just read the per page they have asked. Per page means that small t. Total loss time is what? Nt plus R. Now red time is not mentioned, so we'll take red time as 0. Number of phases is 3. So total loss time is 3 times of loss time per page. Okay, time is over. Okay, I think you needed some more time. Let us start this poll again. Can we cancel this poll? No. Okay, it's okay. You just write down in the comment section. Take your time and write down in the comment section. 9.7 you are getting per page. Okay, we'll solve this. See, first we'll use this equation, G2 equation. So from G2 equation, 19.8 is equal to cycle length is given 65. 65 minus L, Y2 is given as 0.25 by Y. Okay, so from here we'll get one equation of L and Y. How we'll get? You see this Y, we can take this side. So this will become, and this is 0.25 L, and that will come this side. So 0.25 L plus 19.8 times of Y is equal to 65 into 0.25. This is 16.25. This is one equation I am getting, right? Second equation will be from this one. From this one, if I solve, I'll get another equation of 1.5 times of L plus, this is 65. 65 65 65 65 minus 5 60 no? And then this is minus 60. So this will become plus 65y. This is another equation we got, right? You see, two equations we got of L and Y. You see, from this equation I got this one, right? And from this equation I got this one. Okay, in terms, now you see two equations, two unknowns, we can solve this, right? So what we can do is, we'll multiply this with 6. If we multiply this with 6, it will become what? 1.5 L 19.8 into 6 gives me 118.8 Y is equal to, this is 16.25 into 6. I'm getting 97.5. Now what I can do, I can subtract this from this. So minus, minus, minus. So what happens? These two get cancelled, and this I will get 118.8 minus 65. That is equal to 53.8 Y is equal to 37.5. So from here I will get my Y. Y, how much I am getting? Y, I'll get 37.5 divided by 53.8. So this I am getting as 0.697. Now I can use this Y and put in any of the equation to get the. So if I put in this equation or any of the one equation, so I'm getting L as 9.796. So this many got, okay, this many got 9.7796, but this is total lost time. Understood? This many people might have got 9.7. I'm seeing some answers, but that was the total lost time. Here it was asked what? Lost time per page. So lost time per page, how I'll get? This T will be equal to L by 3, na? Because 3 pages are there. This is the total lost time. So if I divide it by 3, I'm getting 3.26 something. It is written to round to one decimal place. So they can write down this as 3.3 seconds. I think they might give a range of 3.2 to 3.4. They will give you range if they ask such questions. Okay, they will give a range. Don't worry about that. Okay, but if you get 3.8 seconds, then it is wrong answer. Yes, it should be in some close proximity. So you see, this kind of questions they can ask, but again you see, there was no extra equations or concept coming into the picture, right? They are the same equations which we know. So whenever they give you some complicated question, don't think that we need new equations to solve. No, most of the questions will be same equations, just you have to use little mathematics and little solving. Okay, let us go to the next question. Now this is from railway. Please solve this question. This is from railway and canned efficiency. So last question 3.3. Come to one decimal place. Okay, some people have answered. Very good. Very good. Very good. Let us go to the next question. This question might take some time, so I'll give you 2.5 minutes. Your time starts now. Round to the nearest multiple of 5. Okay. So once you get the answer, then don't forget to round it as per the given instruction. Okay. So here they have asked you to find out the radius of the curve. Okay. And then you have to solve the question, find the answer. Then while writing the answer, you should round it to the nearest multiple of 5, which it is mentioned in the question. What is canned efficiency? Canned efficiency is theoretical cant minus actual cant. And just writing down the thing, you have to solve only. The canned efficiency is given how much? It is given 70 mm. Now the actual cant is given how much? It is given 67 mm. Rest you can solve. Cant efficiency is what? It is required minus provided. Cant efficiency is required minus provided. Required is the theoretical Cant. Required is the theoretical Cant, and provided is the actual Cant, and that is the Cant efficiency. Actual Cant is given, that means provided is given. Then you have to use some brain and solve it. Good, many of you have found out this answer, very good. In this, see, you just need to know what is the formula of theoretical Cant. Yesterday also I revised theoretical Cant formula. Theoretical Cant is how much? Theoretical Cant is GV square by 127 R. Okay. Actual Cant is given how much? 67. And this Cant efficiency is 70 mm. So from here, I can write down GV square by 127 R will be equal to, we'll just add both of these, this will be 137. Then this is in mm, so I will take this G also in mm. It's a BG curve. For BG, the dynamic gauge is 1750. Speed is given 85 for the train divided by 127, and then radius of the curve we have to find out. Okay, so if we solve it from this, if we solve this, we're getting 1750 into 85 square divided by 127 divided by 137. I'm getting 726.7, right? So from here you are getting 726.7. Now it is written what? Round to the nearest, not next, nearest. So nearest is 725. So right answer is 725. In NAT question, be very careful of how they have told to round. Okay, so read that thing very carefully. Many times what happens, we solve the question correctly, but we don't read it. But now you have read it correctly. Very good. Great. 725. Very good. Many people have answered correctly. Very good. Great. Let us go to the next question. This question is from finding out the value of skid resistance. Skid resistance means what? Coefficient of friction. In case of SST, it becomes what? Coefficient of longitudinal friction. Okay, solve this question. I'll give you some time. 2 minutes I'll give. A vehicle, Mr. Pradeep, from where you are studying, from where you have studied railways, God knows. Gauge length is 1.7676. From where you have studied railway engineering, please go and ask that teacher. That, oh great teacher, what nonsense you have taught me. From where you studied Cant and Cant calculation, please go to that teacher or book and tell, oh dear teacher or book, what nonsense you have taught to me, that I am having this doubt of 1.676. After application of brake, the time required to stop the vehicle was 3.1 seconds. Okay. So they can ask you the value of F. There are 3 equations. We'll see those 3 equations. Okay. And then solve this question also. See, one is, you see, this braking distance is also known as what? This braking distance is also known as your skid marks, because once the brakes are applied, what happens? There is skid marks on the roads. Once the brake is applied, there is skid marks on the road. So they suppose that skid marks or braking distance is S. Okay. Now this is equal to, we know the braking distance formula. it is v square by 2gf if no gradient is there, and v square by 2gf is the formula for braking distance. So from this I can find out the coefficient of friction as speed square by 2g into your skid marks. So this is one formula to find out what? The F. This is one formula. Another formula is, see, we know this formula from kinematics, from childhood we have studied, that your final velocity minus initial velocity is equal to acceleration into time. But here it is deceleration because we have applied the brake. So deceleration into how much time was required after the brakes are applied to stop. Let the time be t. This is not the reaction time t. Not the reaction time. This is time for stopping the vehicle after the brakes are applied. Suppose I am telling TB, means after the application of brakes, how much time is applied. Now we know that final velocity will be 0 because vehicle stopped. Initial will be V because vehicle was traveling with V and it stopped. So final is 0. Deceleration rate, yesterday we saw it was F into G. This is deceleration rate with a negative sign. Why? Because this is deceleration into TB. So from here this minus minus get cancelled, and here I get another equation of F is equal to V by G into TB. This is another equation of F. That if you know the initial speed divided by the time taken to stop the vehicle after application of brakes, then you can use this equation to solve the question. So one equation is this, but for this you need to know the skid marks, but skid marks is not given. So we can use this equation, right? So if you use this equation, here the speed is in meter per second. It is in kilometer per hour. So what I can do is, the F will be equal to your 5 by 18 into, I'll convert into meter per second, 45 divided by 9.81 into 3.1. Because time for after application of brakes is 3.1. This is not the reaction time, okay? So this is 5 divided by 18 into 45 divided by 9.81 divided by 3.1. I'm getting a value of 0.41. Now here there's another formula also. I'll just write down here. So in case they ask in the exam, you are ready with that formula also. So we saw this formula. Then we saw this formula. From here I can write down V is equal to, so if I put this V here, V square, so one second. Sorry, F square G square, then TV square divided by 2GS. So from here you see F is also equal to 2S by G TV square. So we have these three equations and they can ask question from any equation. So if they give you speed, initial speed and skid marks, you use this equation. If they give you initial speed and the time required to stop, you use this equation. If they give you skid mark and time required to stop, you can use this equation. So three questions, basically there are three equations and any of this equation can be asked in the GATE exam. But you see very pretty easy, straightforward, okay? Okay, next question. This is from relative flow. I have discussed the formulas yesterday. So please solve this question. Oh, I have to first, what was the answer? Answer was C, na? Correct. Very good. Many of you have solved correctly. Now coming to this question, this I'll give 2 minutes to solve. Okay. Okay. So many of you have solved it. So you see, yesterday I told that, see, for a stationary observer, what is the equation? It is simply k into speed of the stream, because observer is not traveling with any speed, and this is given how much? This is given to us as 600 vehicle per hour. Now for a observer traveling against the traffic, so that we have seen it is k, and since traveling against, relative speed will be Vs plus V naught, because Vs minus of minus V naught, so Vs plus V naught is the relative speed the traveling against, and this is given how much? Your 900. If we divide this equation and by this equation, it will become what? Vs plus V naught by Vs is equal to 900 by 600 will be 1.5. Now this will be equal to 1 plus V naught by Vs is equal to 1.5. So from here I get V naught by Vs is equal to 0.5. So from here I can find out Vs. Vs will be V naught by 0.5. V naught is given, you see, moving observer at 20 kilometer per hour. That means this is the speed of the observer. So your traffic stream speed will be 40 kilometer per hour. Nice. Then we can find out density. In any of this equation you can put. So from this equation if I put, it will be k is equal to 600 by 40, that is equal to 15. 15, yeah, 15 I am getting D. 15 vehicle per kilometer. Yes. You can put in this equation also, you'll get the same answer. Okay. So as I told you, just need to know the formula for stationary one, k into Vs against k into Vs plus V naught, and along k into Vs minus V naught. I have explained yesterday. Okay. So right answer is D. Most of you have solved correctly. Very good. So all the students are solving very nicely. Very good. Keep it up. Next question. This is question from summit curve, length, many things are given. Please solve this question. I'll give you some more time. This formulas I have explained yesterday. Yes, it is given that for a summit curve formed by these gradients, summit was located 120 meter from the beginning. This is the location of summit from the beginning. I have explained this equation yesterday. The location of summit from beginning. Okay. Now it is asked to find out the sight distance if the curve was designed for SSD. So the S is equal to SSD. So to find out the SSD from this information given. Okay, please solve this question. All these formulas we have discussed yesterday. Oh, very nice. You have solved very fast. Very good. That means you are revising the formulas very nicely. You can see most of the questions, if you are using the formulas nicely, you can easily solve. So you need to know the formulas perfectly. Okay. We know that here we see will to use two formulas. One formula is the location of summit is n1 into L by n. And second formula is length of the summit curve is ns square by 4.4. Obviously, by assuming that length is more than s. If doesn't come, then you have to use the other formula. But let us first assume this. So you see here in this question, this is n1 and this is n2. So what is the change in gradient? The change in gradient is mod of 3 minus of minus 2. So this I am getting as 5%, or I can say 0.05, right? So here I can find out the length of the summit curve. It will be the location of summit is 120 into total change of gradient is 5%, so 0.05 divided by n1 is 3%, means 0.03. So from here I can get the length of the summit curve as how much? 120 into 0.05 divided by 0.03. I'm getting 200 meter, right? Now we can use here in this equation. So from here, your side distance will be how much? You can put here 200 into 4.4 divided by 0.05 and then square root of this. So I'm getting this as 132.67, and you can see that L is how much? 200, S is 132.67. That means this assumption is correct. So from here I got my stopping side distance as 132.67. So you see, you need to remember the formulas correctly. Okay, therefore I revised all the formulas very nicely. So this is summit curve and all. Now this question is from Marshall mixed design. I told that Marshall mixed design formula is very important. Yesterday we saw the formulas also. So please solve this question. But before that, let me give the right answer to the previous question. So right answer is option A here. All of you have got it correctly. Very good. Now this is for Marshall design, Marshall mixed design. I'll give you 120 minutes. Second, sorry. So it is asked to find out the voids filled with bitumen. You know the formula? Okay. Formulas I have revised yesterday. So you have to use the formula. You see it is given here. Bulk specific gravity of the mix. This is GM. And this is maximum theoretical gravity, specific gravity of mix. See, if in the question you get confused na, that which is G theoretical, which is GM, you should always remember that G theoretical is always greater than GM. So if you get confused now, which is G theoretical, which is GM, suppose you are not getting confused, but if you get confused, just remember which is the larger one, is the G theoretical one, and the smaller one is GM. Specific gravity of bitumen. Rest you know how to solve. Please solve. This formula also I explained yesterday, but I told that we'll solve questions today. Your first formula will be air voids. Now air voids is what? 1 minus GM by G theoretical into 100. Next formula is bitumen voids. It is mass of bitumen by total mass of the mix into specific gravity of the mix, specific gravity of the bitumen into 100. And then voids filled with bitumen is what? It is your bitumen voids by total voids. Total voids is what? Air voids plus bitumen voids. So 3 formulas we are able to revise in this single question, right? First, we'll find out the air voids. 2.377 divided by 2.453, 1 minus answer into 100. You're getting the air voids as almost 3.1%, right? Almost 3.1%. Next is this bitumen voids is, mass of bitumen is given, you see, and total mass of the mix is given. So 175 divided by 2800 into this specific gravity of the mix is given, and specific gravity of bitumen also given. So bitumen voids I am getting 14.4. I can easily use this formula. This is 14.42 divided by 14.42 divided by plus 3.1. So this I am getting 82.31% approximately. So obviously they will give you a range. So I am getting 82.31. If you are getting 82.35 or something, that is also correct. They will give you a range. So it doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. Obviously it is accepting only one answer. So it doesn't matter. But in the exam they will give you a range. Okay. So by this question we revise 3 formulas. Let us go to the next question. This is from Poisson distribution in our traffic engineering. This is also very important topic. I explained the formulas yesterday. So let us solve this question. Okay. On an average, 120 vehicles arrive in 1 hour. That means this is the mean arrival rate. If the time is given in 1 minute, so I can convert into minute. So divide by 60 because 1 hour is 60 minutes. Asking that probability n is equal to at least 3 and time is equal to 1 minute. Okay, please solve this. Great, you have got the answer. Okay, so see, at least 3 means what? You see, at least 3 means n is equal to 3, 4, 5, dot till infinity, right? So this we can take as what? The total probability will be 1, and that will be probability of n is equal to 1 plus probability of n is equal to 2 plus probability of n is equal to 3 and so on. Now at least 3 means what? Probability of 3 and so on. So this is probability of n is equal to at least 3. So from here I can say probability of n is equal to at least 3 will be 1 minus probability of n is equal to 1, sorry, and 0 also, n is equal to 0 also, sorry, n can be 0 also, 0 vehicle. So n is equal to, so 1 minus probability of n is equal to 0 minus n is equal to 1 and n is equal to 2. This is probability of at least 3, right? So now I can use this equation. Now what is the probability? Poisson distribution, it is lambda t to the power n e to the power minus lambda t divided by n factorial. This is the formula, right? I'm writing the formula here for reference. So first let us find out this lambda t. Lambda is 2 vehicle per minute and t is 1. So lambda t is also 2, na? Because 2 vehicle per minute into 1 minute is mixed 2. Okay. Now 1 minus, first you see n is 0. N is 0 means something to the power 0 is how much? Something to the power 0 is 1 only, and this is 0 factorial means 1. Now see, in every term this e to the power lambda t is common, na? You see, e to lambda t, because e to lambda t there is no n term. So I can take that as common. So this is e to the power minus lambda t, I will take common. Then for n is equal to 0, this will be 2 to the power 0 by 0 factorial. So 1 by 1, it will be 1. Then next n is equal to 1. So 2 to the power 1 by 1 factorial, which is 2. Plus n is equal to 2. So 2 to the power, because 2 to the power 2, which is 4. 4 divided by 2 factorial is 2. So again 2. So this becomes 1 minus 5 e to the power lambda t is 2. Getting this formula. Let me just check again. E to the lambda t is common. Lambda t is 2. So 2 to the power 0. So 1 and 1. So only 1 remains. Then 2 to the power 1 divided by 1 factorial. So this is 2 only. Yes. Then 2 to the power square divided by 2. Yes. So getting this value. So how much is this? Is 5 e to the power minus 3 or minus 2, sorry, 5 e to the power minus 2, 1 minus answer. So I am getting this as 0.3233. Now see, this is in decimal. Now they have asked the question in percentage. So in percentage it will be 32 point something, but round to 1 decimal place. So 32.3, I will write down the answer. Understood? Understood. So whenever they ask you like this question, at least 3, at least 2, so you can solve in this manner. Okay. Next question. So here the right answer is 32.3. Okay. Nice. Two questions. Others who have mentioned 32.33, they know. So you have to also solve correctly. Just while mentioning, you should have mentioned 32.3. Okay, because it will down to 1 decimal place. Okay. Next question. Okay, next we'll see two theoretical um, uh, MSQs. Okay, to theoretical MSQs, because they can ask you some theoretical MSQs. So solve this question from pick our factor. I'll give you 120 seconds. Multiple choice. Start poll. Okay, which of the statements are correct? MSQ. Oh, that was fast. Very good. Okay. Great, 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 great. Very good. Sabas. So you see, minimum value only depends on number. Yes, it is correct. It depends. Yesterday we have seen that minimum value of peak hour factor is 1 by n, where n is equal to number of intervals in the intervals how we have collected the information. So this is correct. Minimum value is not 0 obviously, because it is 1 by n, so obviously it is not 0, because it is either 1 by 4, 1 by 6, 1 by 5, 1 by 12, depending on number of intervals. Now, peak hour factor of 0.9 indicates traffic demand is more uniform compared to peak hour factor of 0.7. This we have discussed. More is the peak hour factor, more is the uniformity of traffic in the peak hour. This we have discussed. So this is correct. Now it is written the peak hour is calculated using the 15-minute period across the entire day, not just a peak hour. This is false. See, when we are finding the peak hour factor, then I take, suppose I have divided 15 minutes, then the peak 15-minute period means you maximum interval volume that I will take inside that peak hour, not the entire day, right? It is written across the entire day. No, we don't take across the entire day. Okay, so what do we do? First we find out the peak hour. In that peak hour, if I am dividing into 15 minutes, then I'll see out of those 15 minutes which one is the maximum one, and then I'll find out the peak hour factor. This is wrong. Right answer is A and C. Next, another question. This is also from this is also theoretical MSQ. So this is what? This is vertical curves. In 7 p.m. session also we will solve some theoretical MSQs. Okay, so that if they ask you such theoretical MSQs, you can easily answer. The D is correct. Okay. Oh, I didn't. Okay, in the previous question I didn't give the answer. A and C. Very good. This question I'm not giving poll. Okay, directly we can solve. Sorry. Ideal shape is not square parabola. Ideal shape is circle. Adopted shape is square parabola. Okay, understood? Now, valley curve is formed when an ascending meets another steeper ascending. Ascending means steeper ascending means what? It is something like this. This is ascending. Steeper means what? More slope. So steeper ascending. Yes, we get a valley curve here. You see, this is a valley curve, right? You see, ascending meets steeper ascending. You see, ascending meets another steeper ascending. So this is indeed a valley curve. This is a valley curve. So this is correct. This one is correct. This one is wrong. Now see, here it is written PVI is always above PVC in summit curve. This might look correct, but this is wrong. How? You see, if we have a summit curve like this, you see, suppose this is one summit curve. This is also a summit curve, right? You see, this is also a summit curve. You see, this is a summit curve. This is also a summit curve. Right? This is also a summit curve, right? So summit curve. Now see, this is PVI and this is PVC. So PVI is above PVC, but here you see this is PVI and this is PVC. So PVI is below PVC, right? So not always. In this typical shape, we can say that PVI is above PVC, but here you see PVI is not above PVC. So this option becomes wrong, right? So here what happens? This is wrong. Now height of eye level above road level is considered 120. This is correct. This is correct. This is we know that H1 na. H1 is how much? 1.2 meter. 1.2 meter is how much? 110-20 centimeter. Design for design of summit curve. We take this. So this is correct. Right answer here is A and D. So I didn't add the pole. So very good. Next question. This is another very nicely designed question by me to scramble your brains. So please scramble your brains and solve this question. Again, if you are solving this question from this Webster signal design, we use the same equations. No additional equations are required. Just you have to play with the equations and solve this question. So please read the question carefully and solve this question for me. For a 4-phase signal with all red time, this is typed 2 times wrongly. For a 4-phase signal, all red time is kept 50% of total lost time. Okay. So that all red time is kept as what? 50% of total lost time. Critical flow ratio sum to 0.65 means sum of critical flow ratios, which is capital Y. Capital Y is 0.65 and optimum cycle length is 100 seconds. Find out the lost time per phase, and it's a 4-phase system, means N is equal to 4. Okay, equations used and out. Easy question only. Just have to use the equations. Easy question, you see, very easy question. Just you need to apply the formula correctly. See, cycle length is what? 1.5 times of lost time plus 5, 1 minus y. See, from here I can find out the lost time because the cycle length is given and y is also given to us 0.65. So this will become, the lost time will be about 30 or 35, 30 by 1.5 I am getting. Total lost time I am getting as 20 seconds. Now, total lost time is what? Number of phases into lost time per phase plus all red time. Now, all red time is given half of the total lost time. So, total lost time is 20. So, all red time is 10 seconds. So, from here I get n into t is equal to 20 minus 10, that is 10. So, lost time per phase will be 10 by number of phases is 4, that is equal to 2. So you see, they can frame many questions from this Webster signal design, but yes, equation will be more or less same. Next question. Okay, this is another very nice question which I have designed to make you revise the concept. So, we didn't give the answer here. Right answer is 2.5. Very good. All of you have solved correctly. All the students are solving very nicely. Very good. Now, this question I'll give you a lot of time. It will take some lot of time for you to solve. Oh, stop also. This is not a, oh, sorry. So how just, sorry. This is an integer type question. So I'll give you infinite time. So just take your time to solve. Here I am asking you to find out the headlight side distance, S. You see, it is written that valley curve is designed for headlight side distance. Distance between PVC and PVI is given to us, and change of gradient is given. Change of gradient means what? N is given, 5.1% means in decimal it will be 0.051. You have to find out the headlight side distance, means S we have to find. So use the equation. You didn't understand, so you do like this. If you're not able to understand how you get L, you do like this. You see, like this. If you do for 10-15 minutes massage, and then when you see the question, you will understand. Okay, do your head massage, and then you can see the question, you will understand. Now read this question and solve. This is a good question, and not that great question, but yeah, that is not called itching, that is called head massage. Itching is happening inside your brain. Your brain is not functioning because of when we don't study regularly, then inside the brain we get some rusting effect. So you might have got that rusting effect. Okay. Itching we don't do in the brain, we do in some other place. Okay, you might be doing in the brain, therefore your brain has become like that. No, solve this question. This is a good question. Okay, someone has solved 107. I don't know the answer. I have to solve. I have forgotten the answer. Now remember, yesterday I have explained. I'll give you just hint. Then you can solve. Distance between PVC and PVI is what? It is L by 2, na? So actually L by 2 is given. Length by 2 is given as 56 meter. Because distance between PVC and PVI is the length by 2, right? We have explained this yesterday. So that means length will be how much? So length of the valley curve is given as 112 meter. Now we know this equation. Length of the valley curve is what? It is H per headlight side distance. It is NS square by 1.5 plus 0.035 S. If I'm assuming that length is more than S. So from here you see length is 112 meter. This will be equal to N is 0.051 into side distance square divided by 1.5 plus 0.035 S. Now we can find out. Now there will be a quadratic of X. Now we will form a quadratic of X. You have to solve the quadratic to find out the answer. And 7.5, very good. Somebody has found out. I don't know the answer. I have to solve it because I have just framed the question. So if I form the quadratic, it will be 0.051 S square. Then 1.5 into 112. It is giving me 168. And then I will take this side. So minus 168. And then 0.035 into 112. And this is minus 3.92 S. This is equal to 0. This is the quadratic of S formed. Now see, in the GATE exam, you will not have a calculator which can solve quadratic. So you should know how to solve quadratic. You know how to solve quadratic? X square plus bx plus c. How to find out the x? X is equal to minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac by a. We don't have a quadratic solver in GATE. So we have to use this equation to solve. So using this equation, x will be equal to, if we compare the coefficients, this is b minus b. So b is minus 3.92, minus b will be 3.92. Then I can take plus and minus. If I take minus, the answer will come in minus. So I'll take plus. Okay. Root under b square 3.92 square minus 4ac. A is this one, you see, and C is minus 168. So 4AC will be 4 into 168 into 0.051, and this is coming 34.272. Why it is positive? Because here it is minus and then C is also minus. You see, C is also minus. So minus minus plus. Okay. So now this divided by 2A. A is how much? A is, you see, 0.05. So if I solve this, and oh, some problem has happened. Wait. Sorry. Sorry, I had some coughing problem. So from here I am solving, I am getting S is equal to 107.5. And you can clearly see that your length is coming more than this. That means this equation we have applied correctly. See, if I was getting more than this, then I would have used the, suppose I am getting S more, then I would have used the other equation. But luckily we got this. Okay. So you see, again, you see little complicated question, but we are not using some additional formula. Same formula, little bit brain. And remember that quadratic equations you have to solve like this in the examinations. You will not get calculator. In calculator it is here, but there won't be any calculator there. Means calculator will be there, but it can do only basic function, not solving quadratic equations. See, initially when the session started, 60 students were there. Now as I am solving little good questions, students are running away. Isn't that good? Next question. Okay, please solve this question. This is also a good question. But still 40 students are there. So good. Some students are retained. So students who are retained, very good. Now see, this question I have designed very nicely. Please solve this question. Oh, the earlier question I didn't give the answer. Na? Wait. 107.5. Oh, first stop and then view results. Oh, see, students answer correctly. Very good. Next question. This I will give a limited time. I'll give 150 seconds. And your time starts now. Round to the nearest integer it is written. Mean arrival rate of buses is given to us, and mean arrival rate of other vehicles is asked in the question. Some students already solved this. Very good. See, probability of time headway more than t is equal to 6 seconds. What is the formula? It is e to the power minus lambda t, right? Now this is given as 0.223. So this will become e to the power minus lambda into t is 6 seconds. So I'll write down 6. Now I will take ln. If I take ln, so this will become minus lambda into 6, then ln e is 1. So this ln of 0.223, I'm getting minus 1.5 from here. This is I'm getting my ln minus 1.5. So this gets cancelled. So lambda I am getting 1.5 divided by 6. I am getting 1 by 4 and this will be vehicle per second. Why vehicle per second? Because the time is in seconds. Now in hour it will be what? I'll multiply 3600. So it will be 900 vehicle per hour. So 900 vehicles are coming in 1 hour. That is the mean arrival rate. Now out of that, buses is how much? Buses is 300. So what will be for the other vehicles? It will be simply 900 minus 300. That is equal to 600 vehicles. So not some difficult question, but yes, a little bit of variation. A little bit of variation. Okay. A question in GATE, they have already asked one question. Yes. Yesterday in the GATE, they have asked a question on similar concept, not this exact question, but on similar concept, they have asked one question. So right answer is 600. Very good. Oh, stop the poll. Then right answer is 600. Many of you have solved 30 students. Great. Very good. Very good. All the students. Very good. Next question. This is a very nice question. Another question to revise your formula. Yesterday I have discussed that in Valley curves we have two equations, right? Valley curves we have two equations to find out the length. So this is as per comfort criteria. So read the question carefully and write down the answer. Time starts now. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Design speed is asked. Length of the valley curve h per comfort criteria is given. Some other informations are also given. It is asked to find out the design speed. You need to know the formula. Yesterday I have discussed the formula. Sorry, I am having a little coughing problem. 73. Okay. I also don't know the answer. I have to solve it. Now see, here we cannot use this equation. Because this equation is h per what? C is equal to 0.6. So I cannot use this equation. This equation is not applicable here. I have to use the original equation. Because this equation is h per C is equal to 0.6. But here allowable rate of change of centrifugal acceleration is given how much? It is given as 0.65. It is given as 0.65, so I cannot use this equation. I have to use this equation. 2 into n v cube by c and then square it. So length is given as 43.53 and this c can put as 0.65, right? So if I find out from here small v, let me find out from here. I will divide it by 2, 43.53 divided by 2, then I will square it because this is square root and I'll square it. Then I multiply by c, which is 0.65 and divide by change of gradient is given this, that means n will be how much? 0.037. We'll divide by 0.037, so I'll get this v cube. Then I'll take the cube root of this. So v I am getting 20.26, but this is meter per second. I need in kilometer per hour. So this will be 18.5, 18 by 5 into meter per second, right? So So I'm getting approximately, you see, 72.95. I'm getting approximately 72.95 kilometer per hour, and this is written round to nearest integer. So right answer is 73. Okay. Yes, many students have answered correctly. Very good. See here, if you use this equation, then you will get wrong answer. Okay, if you use this equation, you will get wrong answer, because this equation is derived as per c is equal to 0.6. Yesterday I explained to you while I derived the formula. So very important thing you should note down. Next question. This is MSQ question. This concept I explained to you yesterday. Okay, you see, for a traffic volume of 2000 vehicles per hour, that means the flow is given. For this flow, choose all the possible speed from the given below. So free flow speed is given and capacity is given, means what? The maximum flow is given. Now I explained to you that here you have to solve the quadratic of V, and then you will get V1, V2, right? If you remember, you have to solve the quadratic of V and you have to get the V1, V2. What was the equation? The equation was Q is equal to Kj into V minus V square by Vf. This is the equation. So now 2000 is equal to, you have to find out the Kj, because Vf is given to us. Vf is 90. You have to find out the Kj. You have to find out the Kj and put here. Kj, how you can find out for maximum flow, you know. So do that and then solve this quadratic and get the V1, V2. This concept I have explained yesterday, but we are using today. Find out the final answer. Huh? Don't give me Kj and all. Directly find out the final answer and solve and find out V1, V2. See, first we have to use this. See, how can find out this Qmax is given? Qmax is what? Qmax is Vf into Kj by 4. So from here I can find out Kj. Kj is how much? 4 into 3600 divided by Vf is 90. I am getting Kj as 160. So this becomes 160. Now I can form the quadratic. The quadratic becomes, you see, V square is by 90. If you cancel this, this is 2000 divided by 160. 12.5. So this equation we get 1 divided by 90, which is 0.0111 or 0.11 we can take V square, take this side, minus B and then plus 12.5. So this is the quadratic. So you have to solve this quadratic, right? So if I am solving this quadratic, V will be equal to, you see here A is this one, B is minus 1 na? And this is C. So minus B means coefficient is 1. So 1 plus minus root under B square means 1 and then minus 4AC. 4A is this one and C is 12.5. 4AC is 0.55. Okay, these two are positive. Divide by 2 times of A. So if we solve this, you see this is 0.45 square root. I am getting point. So if I am getting first value, I am getting 0.671. So 1.671 divided by 2 divided by 0.011. First value I am getting approximately 75.9. I am getting. Why I am getting such a weird value? Because I have taken this as, let me take this as 1 by 90. Better I'll get results. I'll take this as 1 by 90. If I take this as 1 by 90, I'll get better results, more accurate. So if I take 1 by 90, this is 1 plus minus root under square minus 4. 5 divided by, I'm getting 5 by 9. Yeah, this is better. 2 into 1 by 90. Yes, always better. So this I'll getting 4 by 3. So 2 by 3 plus 1 divided by 2 into 90. Yeah, I am getting 75. One value I am getting 75, other will be minus. So 1 minus 2 by 3. 1 by 3 divided by 2 into 90. Yes, next value I am getting 15. So 75 and 15. Yes. See, you can do this direct approach, but here it will not work. If you tell that K1, if you use this concept, V1 plus V2 is equal to Vf, then you see 15 plus 75, it is how much? 90, na? 15 plus 75 is 90. 25 and 60 is also 90. I have given the options in such a way that if somebody uses this concept, then there is a chance that you might end up with these two also. There is a chance. Okay. Understood? There is a chance like that also. Here, luckily, if you choose these two, then you luckily got this as right answer. Understood? But you might not get. So in that case, we have to solve quadratic. You might get, you might not get. Because this also summing to your, okay, after forming quadratic, that is also true. That is also, you will do some calculation. Whichever approach you find easier. If you find I put in the equation and solve, that is your, if you find that easy, you do that. If you find this easy, you do that. Whatever you are finding easier, depends on you. Now this question you solve. This is from shock wave. Yesterday I discussed shock wave and the formulas for shock wave. Please solve this question. In this we had pole. Yeah. I didn't start the pole, man. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so these students are solving correctly. Very good. Mr. Swagatam, Neha, Satya, Vinu, Riya, if they are real names. Okay. Good students. God bless you. Keep it up. Next question, and your time starts now. 90 seconds. Very easy question. Easy PG. If a stationary shock wave is generated, find the jam density. Very easy question. Stationary shock wave, yesterday I discussed. Stationary shock wave means the speed of shock wave is 0. And equation of speed of shock wave I have explained yesterday. This is one equation. If this is 0, that means Vf obviously is not 0. That means this term is 0. 1 minus K1 plus K2 is equal to 0. So I have explained that in this condition, Kj will be equal to K1 plus K2. I have explained this yesterday because we'll get this horizontal line, that's shock wave. So in that case, K1 plus K2 is equal to Kj. So very easy question if you know the concept. So Kj will be equal to density change from 35 to 65. So right answer is 100. Just basic concept if you know, you can easily solve this type of questions. Now, stop the poll. Very good. Last question of this session. Very easy question, stopping side distance. Units are wrong, huh? Oh, okay. Okay. Printing mistake. Last question of the day. Not of the day, of the session. So I told that in sometimes in stopping side distance, they will ask you a question where they might not ask you stopping side distance. They might give you stopping side distance and ask something else. So here they have asked you to find out the reaction time. Stopping side distance equation is what? Just remember the equation 5 by 18 capital B into T plus capital B square by, here it is down gradient. So minus 0.01 n is given 80. Uh, 0.37. This is 3%, so 0.01 into 3 will be 0.03. So here I have to solve for t only. So if you solve for t, you will be getting 2.92 seconds. It is written down to 2 decimal places, so I'll mention the answer as 2.92 seconds. Correct? Almost all have answered correctly. Very good. Okay. So that completes our Super 20. Okay. So if you have observed, I have not given. So in this, we solved 7 MCQs, N89 questions, MSQ 4 questions. Total 20 questions we solved. Let me just revise all the questions. So here I try to cover all the important topics. But yes, I have not solved the questions of payment design. Yes, I told that in today in the 7 p.m. session, first I'll revise payment design along with questions. So if you attend the 7 p.m. session, which will be in the GATE Wallah 𝐂𝐚𝐿, PS, PI and all that channel. So there I'll start with questions of payment design and I'll revise the payment design and I'll solve the question by payment. So the first question was, see, traffic flow and headway we combined. Then this question was two concepts, you see transition curve and widening, both concepts which combined here. This was from temperature correction, which is very important for gate. Then this was camber, super elevation, all these things. And then this was Webster signal design. As I told, Webster signal design is very important. So we solved the question. Question on 𝐶𝐸, theoretical 𝐶𝐸 efficiency. This is important for gate. Then this was finding the value of F. So F, these three questions they can ask. Relative flow asked less in gate, but yes, they can ask. Now this is very important, summit curve and length of summit curve and location of summit. Then from Marshall mix design, we revise three formulas. Then your probability and Poisson distribution. So this question is asked. Then we saw peak hour factor MSQ theoretical, then vertical curves MSQ, then again Webster signal design. So here some person was asking that how we got lost time. So in this equation, if we put y is equal to 0.65, then we have to do some basic calculation which was taught in childhood. So if someone is not able to understand how L came from this equation, they have to again go to class 5. Next, this was PVC, PBI, length of Pellic curve from side distance criteria. Again, Poisson distribution, another question. Pellic curve comfort criteria, this also we solved. Then from linear model and this complicated question, not complicated, but yes, shock wave. And then finally stopping side distance, very basic question. So let's see you at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. we'll start with pavement design questions, but we'll solve other questions also. Mr. Undergraduate, your work, see, Mr. Undergraduate, if you have solved all the questions, this polling and all was just for your practice. What you will get from that? It was just for practice. I want to see the correct answers. You have solved the questions. Can't you just see how many correct you did? Thank you.